hear something funny? Every time I post something, people are upset about it, they contact Mercedes. Like the newspaper's been calling Mercedes. But do I look like I'm bothered? I'm having a great time. Hope you are too. So we don't know where we're going. We think we're going to one place, but we might be going to China because there's a lot of Chinese people on this flight.
Young with too much cash, watch how I came up fast. They say I'm next to get it, they bring your name up last. And while I made a splash, rappers came and passed. But still I ask myself, how long does famous last? How long does famous last?
Hi everyone, let's talk a little bit about the fabulous life of Lewis Hamilton, whether he's partying with Rihanna, whether he's spraying champagne on a good girl and getting a lot of criticism for it, or hanging out with the Kardashian clan and a bunch of supermodels. So he's been trying to do a lot more with music, kind of going in more R&B, hip-hop, maybe even releasing a track in the future. There's nothing nobody can show me you ain't seen already. I know that you want in a million, I know this.
I never thought in a million years I'd have people follow me, you know, fans. I want to share it with them. I want to see what they think. And, you know, my work ethic is exactly the same here as it is when I'm in the racetrack. It's just here I can be me.
He did very famously also turn up to Wimbledon in not the right attire or unsuitable clothing attire. And he was turned away from the royal box, and that made quite a few headlines too. And you would think with the amount of people that surround him, someone would have told him about the dress code. It's just a bit weird, really. This really is very different to what a lot of the Formula One drivers' lives kind of look like. He is totally over social media. He's everywhere. He's in the papers. He's like the celebrity that, I mean, he's always been a celebrity, he's always been really well known, but I think he's always been really, really well known for his driving and his racing and being himself. And now, all of a sudden, of course, he is still being himself, but he's a lot more well known for being more, you know, in the front rows of fashion shows, on a yacht, partying with supermodels, partying with Rihanna, as I just mentioned, and just overall having a fabulous life, chilling out on his private jet, having an entourage, a lot of the things that I resonate with just really well-known world champions, a little bit like Floyd Mayweather. Now, I'm not saying he's copying anyone or anything like that, but he is a world champion and nobody can take that away from him. He is very talented at his craft. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about Lewis Hamilton, and he does make a lot of money and he can spend it how he wants. Now, the thing that has been really well occurring and a topic that is always talked about is the criticism that he gets. It's not so much the way he spends his money and the fact that he's always hanging out with supermodels and blah blah blah. It's kind of more on the criticism side. Things like, for example, just before he went to Australia for the Australian Grand Prix in New Zealand, he got into trouble. I'll put that Snapchat video right here. And just quickly before I share that video with you guys, I just want to mention that Bernie Ecclestone has said several times that Lewis Hamilton is the best ambassador for the sport because he's really brought Formula One more towards the light and he's attracting more people towards the sport because of all of the things that he's doing. So that's a really good topic within itself, so just let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. He said that apparently Sebastian Vettel is just not as good of an ambassador as Lewis Hamilton is. Remember that Sebastian Vettel is not all over social media. He has no social media accounts. He's a very private person. So it's a very interesting topic. So let me know in the comment section below.
This is my bike for the day. Sick Harley Davidson. This Villet's bike.
Man, I'm loving these commercial flights. We're flying in economy right now. Yeah, that's how we go. Save so much money. I love it. So we don't know where we're going. We think we're going to one place, but we might be going to China because there's a lot of Chinese people on this flight.
Larger devices such as laptops, either in the overhead lockers or in a bag under the seat in front.
So we're in economy. Oh yeah. Yep. Loving this flight. Here's something funny. Every time I post something, people are upset about it. They contact Mercedes. Like the newspapers have been calling Mercedes. But do I look like I'm bothered? I'm having a great time. Hope you are too. Wish you could see how beautiful this is. Stunning place.
So do you guys think that he owes his fans an apology for doing something that really did get him into a bit of trouble? Because you're not really supposed to snap and drive. It's a pretty dangerous thing. And Sir Jackie Stewart was very vocal. He said Lewis Hamilton should apologise, and a lot of fans said, well, it's his life, he shouldn't have to apologise, he is a role model, blah blah blah. I don't know, I'm very split on this particular scenario, and I'm going to get onto that later in the video. I feel like he's attaining more of that bad boy image, more of the kind of playboy image, which I think Jenson Button was really well known for a while ago. And I don't know, a lot of people are saying it's coming back just because he's dating like a playboy model or something like that. Anyways, going off topic slightly. We don't know the way that he lives, but he is of course totally into his singing. He likes to do other things on the side, and he has proved that, you know, with Formula One, you can step outside the box. You don't have to be in this box that everyone says you have to be in, which is just Formula One and just being a driver and just being great. You can step out of the box and you can totally do everything else you want to do, whether it's being a proper full-on celebrity and going to fashion shows, meeting famous other people like actresses, and you know whatnot, other sports stars, and you can live this other life so long as you are able to balance it. And he said that he's really found himself and who he is as a person, and I think you can see that he's very happy with the way that he is right now, and everything that happened in the past obviously is his past. So here's what I agree with. It's his money, he can spend it how he likes, it's his life, he can have the entourage that he likes, he can do whatever he wants. He's a world champion, blah blah blah. Now the problem I have with this is what I just mentioned. He can do whatever he wants. Now just because he is a Formula One world champion and an incredibly fantastic driver who will go down in history, and has already kind of gone down in history, it doesn't mean that he is above the law. It doesn't mean that he can do things that normal people, I hate using that word, I really do, but he's a celebrity, he's well known, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't mean that people like you and me, we would get into trouble doing some of the things that he has done. But the reason he gets away with a few of the things that he has done is because he is a Formula One champion. And that is a little bit strange. But hey, that's life. In November of 2015, Hamilton had an accident in Monaco with 3 parked cars. Nobody was injured in that, and it was around about at the time that he was literally just going to fly and do another race. If we go back to around about that time, which was the end of last season, how many of the races did he win at the end of last season? He also threw his mother a really big party in November, and he did say that when all this Monaco crash stuff happened that he was very, very tired and it did all get to him. At the end of last season, he did in fact say, geez man, I've got to get some good sleep because there's going to be a lot of partying. He did actually say that, and whilst there are drivers, former Formula One drivers like David Coulthard and Jackie Stewart saying that he should focus on his Formula One career, he really wants to live the life, the high life. It's probably also at this point I should mention that Lewis Hamilton loves America.
Growing up watching TV, I just remember, I mean, just all these different movies, seeing New York City, seeing lots of different places in the States, and you just kind of always dream of kind of going and visiting there. So when you come here, New York City, all these tall rising buildings, I mean, the weather's been amazing this week. The people are so enthusiastic about sports, which is huge. And I mean, I personally love, my first NBA game was here watching the Knicks and the Lakers, which was amazing. And then I watched the Super Bowl here earlier on this year. So the NFL, you know, there's just such passionate enthusiasts about sports and competition. So I feel like I share that similarity or that thing in common with them here.
So much. He goes there a lot, and if you guys kind of think about America, American pop culture is really popular. Like, if you make it in America, you can make it around the world and people will know your name. So his former girlfriend, Nicole Scherzinger, was American, and he was very well known in America, and him kind of being linked with so many people in America, like the Kardashians, and a lot of sports stars, rappers, it only boosts his persona. And I'm not saying he's just talking to them for the sake of boosting his own persona, but it does have an influence and an impact, because then more journalists and magazines are interested in him. I mean, he's the spokesperson for L'Oreal. He's been on numerous covers for magazines. Even when he was a world champion, when he won his first world champion, he gained a lot of attention. But even more so now, because he's all over the internet. He's on Snapchat, Instagram, and he has this real image and kind of personality that really resonates to being a very strong celebrity and athlete, which seems to be very appealing to a lot of people, because he's not just boxed up and kind of this PR guy for his team. He's not all prim and proper. He kind of has his personality and is kind of on the edge, and it's definitely something I definitely think we're seeing a lot. So I want to know what you guys think about his lifestyle. Remember, there is no right and wrong, but I think opinions can form very quickly on something like this. So I'd like you to let me know in the comment section below. But, you know, he is very much on social media, he snaps a lot, and I don't know if his attention is kind of shifting. We will only know this at the end of the season, how much this lifestyle has affected his racing. And I think at the end of last season, his teammate Nico Rosberg had the upper hand, and I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and watch and see what happens, but he's totally in the limelight. People know his name. They always kind of have known his name, but more now, especially with the digital age and the generation of social media. And yeah, so let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Let me know, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and bye!